To news this morning, a resource center was opened for folks who were affected by the deadly UPS plane crash. And Governor Beshear discussed the progress being made on water infrastructure being replaced due to damage caused by flooding over the years.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this Friday, November 14th, and of course, ready for a check of our weather with meteorologist Megan Dusmall this morning. And Megan, gotta say, it was a little bit warm outside. Obviously, not that warm, but from the cold we've been having.
Yeah, if you compare it to the beginning parts of this week especially, yeah, it's significantly warmer than that. Here's a look at those temperatures as you are beginning your Friday. A lot of folks in a mixture of the low 30s. We're seeing some some low 40s as you travel more towards the north. 43 in Prestonsburg, 42 in Pikeville, and 41 in Moorhead. As we head into the afternoon, this is where we're going to see some above average temperatures and significantly above average at that. Normally, we're in those upper 50s. Today, we're in the mid to upper 60s, with some folks even having the chance of hitting that 70-degree mark. 71 is that forecast high in Somerset and Monticello. And we're just seeing a little bit of clouds to start off your day, but it's going to be a sunny day, especially this afternoon. Perfect weather and a perfect end to your work week. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan. Two former town officials received their sentences in court yesterday after pleading guilty to embezzlement. Former Fort Gay Mayor Joetta Hatfield and former treasurer and recorder Sheila Bowen were both sentenced to 1 to 10 years in prison. Both pleaded guilty to felony embezzlement. The two admitted to intentionally misdirecting more than $370,000 of Fort Gay's public funds over a 7-year period. Well, Louisville city leaders have opened up a resource center for folks who were affected by the deadly UPS plane crash. The location is at High Rise Drive near the UPS Worldport. It's supposed to serve all kinds of victims, from those who were injured to those who have lost their jobs due to damage and many more.
What would I do if it were me? And when you get on that level, to let them know that you want to hear it and you're trying your best to help, because, you know, it's crying, it's screaming, it's howling. So my goal here is to always lend a helping hand to whoever it is.
Those who plan to use the resource center will need to make an appointment. That number to call is 502-473-5271. The hotline will be open from 7 till 9 every day, aside from Sunday. After a 43-day shutdown, parts of the federal government are returning to normal, and the Trump administration is rewarding some government workers who stayed on the job. The White House says more than 1 million federal employees who weren't paid will start receiving back pay as early as Sunday. Meanwhile, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says TSA agents who went above and beyond will get a $10,000 bonus. President Trump has also suggested bonuses for the air traffic controllers who worked without pay while the government was closed.
They're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day.
The TSA bonuses will be paid from what Homeland Security Noem called carryover funding from the last fiscal year. The end of the shutdown begins a new fight over health care tax credits under the Affordable Care Act, which will expire at the end of the year. That would potentially raise premiums for millions. Well, the government reopening has many wondering when things will return to normal, especially for air travelers. In Lexington, some travelers are concerned about delays and cancellations, but Bluegrass Airport has been operating as usual despite some cancellations from connecting airports. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced Wednesday that 6% of scheduled flights at America's 40th busiest airports will remain canceled for the time being.
It's been really hard for us as employees here at the airport to see our colleagues that are federal employees not being paid. So for us, this is a huge relief.
While Bluegrass Airport has not seen staffing interruptions, they have experienced at least one cancellation per day since that shutdown. Michael Halligan, CEO and president of God's Pantry Food Bank, provided a statement about the government reopening. It says in part, quote, many families who experience disruptions to SNAP or other assistance will need time to recover, and our work remains as critical as ever. The statement went on to say that the organization is grateful for the generosity Kentuckians have shown during these times. Once again, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, it officially ended after 43 days. While some were asking what comes next, others asked, how can we help? Many local food pantries throughout eastern Kentucky have seen an increased number of residents in need. Officials at the Unity Care Center in Laurel County say on a normal monthly basis, they help 415 families. Since the shutdown, the number has gone up to 515 families.
So we've been kind of scrambling to have enough food, but the residents of Laurel County are just amazing. People have just been coming in their cars and bringing a couple bags, and saying, here, we want to help.
Local food banks say they will continue to support those in need until SNAP funding is restored. As families work to get back on their feet, many businesses throughout the region are finding ways to feed them. WYMT's Buddy Forbes visited a business in Mingo County, West Virginia, to see how they're lending a hand to combat hunger.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'd say we feed anywhere from 100 to 150 people a day.
God bless you.
The owners of Sanctuary on 2nd and Sippin' on 2nd are trying to pour back into their Williamson community.
It's all about the people in this town.
With the ongoing concerns about food insecurity amidst government cuts and funding delays, Cody and Chelsea Reynolds have been working with their team to provide warm meals and pantry items to neighbors in need.
Really, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for the community. I mean, Cody and Chelsea have also helped a lot, but the community has all came together and we've got lots of donations and we're just trying to do our part.
The space has served as a food distribution hub with a changing menu, from spaghetti dinners to hot dog meals, and has also provided grocery grab bags using donations from those who have been able to contribute.
How all these families are struggling in different ways, whether it be with bills or food or whatever that can be.
Chips and 2 hot dogs.
It makes me feel so happy, but it also makes me sad seeing everybody having to come and get it. It's just heartbreaking.
Opening the door to those in need and opening the eyes of those who say they just feel blessed to help.
When you get to see that you are feeding people that are hungry, it's very humbling because it makes you that much more grateful for what you do have.
Hoping to be a true sanctuary in Mingo County, West Virginia. Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
The business is also planning to provide Thanksgiving meals this season. Workers say community partnerships have been invaluable in the mission to give back. $147 million in federal funding was secured for military construction projects at Kentucky's defense facilities, including work at Fort Knox. Let's take a look at some of those numbers. $50 million of that will be used to tear down aircraft hangars at Fort Knox. Base officials say the existing hangars are not able to support current and future operations. $8 million will go towards building a new access road. A new two-way bypass will allow military equipment and those large vehicles to easily travel between Fort Knox's main roads. Another $4.5 million will be used to rebuild 2 new dining facilities. Governor Beshear conducted a Team Kentucky briefing from Frankfort yesterday. During that update, one of the topics the governor discussed was the programs being made on water infrastructure being replaced or repaired due to damage caused by flooding within the past few years. The governor says Team Kentucky received $9 million through the water supply replacement program.
And we've been working to complete 5 projects in Breathitt, Knott, and Perry counties. A few weeks ago, we completed 2 projects in Breathitt and Knott counties that upgraded water lines and repaired infrastructure. The Breathitt multi-sites project repaired infrastructure that was severely damaged in the 2022 floods. This $1.7 million project replaced over 6,000 feet of water line, which improved service to 950 Kentucky households.
And you can find more details about the governor's briefing on his YouTube page. Scientists are debunking the claim that autism is caused by the gut microbiome. A paper published in the journal Norum aims to correct that misinformation, saying there's no evidence of a link between gastrointestinal symptoms and autism. There's still much that's unknown about autism, but scientists say it's a strongly genetic condition. Well, more people are relying on AI and wellness apps to care for their mental health, but a new report says that's just not enough. The American Psychological Association says while chatbots can offer people and support and validation, their ability to help guide someone through a mental health crisis is limited and unpredictable. The report says AI and apps just aren't a suitable place for talking with a qualified mental health professional. Well, thank you so much for getting your day started with us on Mountain News this morning at 5:09. Coming up, we head to a mini sanctuary where unique creatures are the center stage for change.
And do you have any weekend plans? I'll tell you what you can expect coming up.